D100 was a 54.
Hey, how does your character feel about keeping secrets from the rest of the party?
It is terrible, and she feels everyone should be super transparent with everything that they have.
Except for her, of course, right?
I mean, except for her.
Oh.
No, she has no qualms with keeping secrets from the rest of the party at all. She prefers to keep secrets from the rest of the party.
Understood. Heidi, you said 10, right?
Yep.
If your character had the time to pick up any artisan tools, it's essentially a hobby. What would it be?
Ooh. Maybe starting a goat farm or a sheep farm. A farm of her own.
So you cut off like at the very end of that.
Oh, okay. I said like a sheep farm or a goat farm, a farm of her own, something like that. Cute little animals.
All right.
Busy work.
Now, if you could swing this magically, would you like something you could take with you, like a mini dollhouse that grows into like a full-fledged little farm, so you can always keep your stuff with you on the go, or is this something you do, like, settle down?
That would be awesome, but probably something she would do and settle down with.
That's fair. That's fair. Michael, what was your? Do you want to roll?
I rolled a 62.
You're gonna have to rack your brain for this one, buddy. What's
Oh.
your character's greatest achievement?
Actually, it's an interesting one. I'm gonna just make something up just for the sake of this and say that when he was doing his artificer training, like early on, like there was like some sort of like local sort of like competition sort of thing. I don't know, that seems kind of lame. He won that. I don't know. Other than that, I don't like have much specifically. Like he is, decently accomplished, but I don't think he's made too much of a name for himself quite yet. And like, some stuff that
No,
he
that's fair.
uses.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we ready to start?
I believe so.
Yes.
All right, and we recap right where we left off. And you had just finished your battle. The last of the creatures slain at your feet, and you were, if I remember correctly, free to salvage what you could from these creatures should you choose to.
All kinds
Nope.
of spines and teeth and things.
Yes, no, yeah.
For
Two
sure.
large direware-sized wolves, but look like they've been spliced with like gleaming thorn vines everywhere. the smaller little ambush the size of coyotes that are scattered about that you can see in a little foliage. Some of them are more put together than others, but current, you've got your opportunities. Do as you wish.
So it's the... Let me double check the art. What would be useful to take specifically? Are there like... I guess probably the claws on the green wolves. And then the teeth... Actually, burrowing? I don't know. The quills, actually. Right, they have the quills on the burrowing ones. Collect those.
So you can definitely go for that. Just roll me a survival.
All right. That was a 9.
Roll me a, and this is just something new I just saw a TikTok of. I might be saying it wrong. It's called a... I need you to give me an emphasis check.
Emphasis roll. So 2d20 or 3d20. That's right, and then add take the most extreme, right?
No, for this one it's 2d20, and whichever one of them you get that's closer to your critical success or failure will determine how this goes. So
okay,
so it's a 50-50 shot of you going either. If you match on both, you just roll it.
Okay, I got a 10 and an 18, so I think it's the 18 that got closer.
Yes. So as you reach into this, and by all case in point, you can feel there are plenty of places where you could nick yourself, but you're able to deftly and with a bit of force on occasion just tug and pull and remove the bits that you need.
Yeah, kind of going for the most prickly bits, so that is fair. All right, nice.
Yeah.
What should I mark down for stuff?
You were able to get 6 quills out of this. Only about 8 claws. Are you doing all of them or just one, right? Are you trying to do like in a group, all of the little ones, or just one individual?
For like the quills or the claws, or for what?
Oh, I'm assuming you're doing a single roll for like a single card. So you're trying to do all of them at once.
I'm not sure.
I'll put it this way: that's high risk, high reward. Or if you do it all at once and you roll something good, you can get a larger number. In case you do it individually, each roll might be lower. You might not get as much from each of those.
I see. I see what you mean with the quills. I'll do the high risk, high reward. The grab a number at one, like a handful at once.
All right. Now, do you want to do this one for the smaller quilled creatures, or do you want to do for the large dire bear, greener creatures?
I'll do it with the larger creatures. If I can get a good grip on them, that is, without, sticking a quill through my hand.
No, you're able to. It takes a few readjustments, but you're able to. You're able to do it. Just, no, yeah. You said you were going for the claws, and for a few of the spines, and you're actually able to get about 20 feet worth of it looks like a thorned vine.
Okay.
So apparently this thing essentially grew around and across its back, almost like armor. All right. For the claws, you get 8 in total. Intact, nice claws.
Okay. At that, then you said 8, and should I just mark it down as intact claws?
Yes. Alright. Anyone else going for anything? Or doing for something else? Meanwhile?
I don't think so. Just chilling out after that fight.
I don't think I'm there, right?
You are, you had a small little quest or a little distraction, but you were able to catch the last bit of that, so you are able to get a little place in the stands, and you can just yell at them to get specific stuff should you choose. Or just heckle at them, or cheer.
There were definitely some heckles and cheers at the end.
Heckling.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, it wasn't too embarrassing. Decently unembarrassed throughout the fight.
It was a very well executed fight in the form of everything went according to plan. It took a little longer than expected. We had a lot of hit and misses.
Right. There was a lot of just kind of waiting around, I think.
And I'd like to think that none of it was you guys looked poorly attacking. It was just every time someone attacked, the person receiving the attack was just that good at dodging.
Yeah, that's good point.
Nobody, not one, tripped into themselves.
Yeah. Like deflect a couple. Yeah. If I remember correctly, part of it was as well as that I forgot to use fire attacks against the grass-based enemy.
Yeah, the ones that looked like they were made of trees.
Did they have a vulnerability, or was it just the to keep them down?
That's what kept them down. They didn't seem vulnerable, but that seemed to be what was necessary to keep them from getting back up.
Right. Okay. That is fair. So I'm assuming, does Virtue want to take any of these, take any bits from these creatures, or is she leaving well enough alone?
She's leaving well enough alone. Yeah, she's just gonna get next fight.
All right.
Missed so many times.
Why
were the gods rolling so low?
Yeah, things certainly could have gotten worse. But yeah, also certainly could have gone better. Side note, I'm going to top up everybody's temp HP because I don't think my arcane cannon is going to last until the next fight. So I think that's about to run out of time.
More than likely, yes.
So everybody's got 12 temp HP for the last time.
Maybe go find the last teammate and give them that too.
Yeah. Does Roya? Yeah, I assume you catch up with us.
Yeah, I think as you guys leave, I'll meet up with you guys.
Ah, there you are. What was up? What happened? Why weren't you involved?
Roya, you are free to share with them the fact that you overheard two people talking about a certain someone. And supposedly, the rumor is that the new extortion racket in town is starting to aggressively move into the higher districts, not just the lower ones.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah, no, you heard a bit of rumor that just caught your interest immediately, and what you know now is that someone moving with apparently a specific kind of coin as an emblem of membership of the gang has been moving from the lower turfs to the higher turfs and slowly becoming bolder.
Interesting. Was this for specifically businesses or just like people like living around as well? Or is this? I guess I was assuming that this is like a protection racket, or is this like some other extortion-based thing, or does she know?
She, for the most part, hasn't gotten the exact details. She's heard that it's been done, She heard that it has been done to businesses, but she's unsure if it's been done to individuals, be they wealthy, influential, or they just have specific access to places.
Neris will remember this.
Only if she tells you.
Well, yeah, if she tells us.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know if I would say.
That is a good point.
You could have just gone and said, I was just, whatever you decide to say.
Oh, heard some things, got a bit distracted. Nothing
Got distracted?
Yeah, just something interesting caught my attention. Figured I'd check it out.
And you missed the fight because of it.
You guys did fine without me. You don't always need to rely on my skills.
Neris does kind of like a face palm with his metal hand and just does the kind of like dragging his hand down his face, just like, sort of expression. All right. We've got another 30 minutes until the next fight. Honestly, I think I'm ready to go, but if anybody needs to do anything else... Actually, I will use the restroom.
Well...
I'm entirely joking because... Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't sure whether you actually need to go or not.
Like, okay.
No, I just figured I'd make a joke and, because we never talk about, like, our characters. Yeah, no, I'm going to go use the restroom in-game. Talk about eating, sleeping. Just... actually, probably the one thing, I think at one point Neris got misinformed that there was only going to be 2 creatures in this fight, and there were 5. So, he's going to go and try and double check, like, what's the expectation with the next fight, though I don't know if he's going to have much luck with that.
Roll me a perception check to see if you can find a person to ask, or are you just going to flag down a random person?
I mean, the betting arena might be a good place, like the betting station might be a good place to check, but I also don't know for sure. That, however, was a 17.
All right, no, you were informed that essentially the matchup got mixed up a little when you added people. And then you being subtracted, they're going to ask, is there going to be a person added or a person missing from your last bout?
Don't believe so. So it should be the...
Question.
You are going... It is one opponent. He will tell you that.
Do I need to pay another 20 gold? Does it count as me leaving? Or am I still considered part of
No, you're still considered part of the group. You just didn't show up. And that's okay. Not a whole, like, you're out for good. It's just like it's just working against yourself with, lesser chance of you guys winning, which they have no problem with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very much, and I'll just say this out of game, I very much considered, like, okay, give us, like, 20 gold to split between the 4 of us because you missed out, you did not participate in that last fight. But I figured I wouldn't bother because, yeah, that would not, there's no point, because at least for Neris, there's no point in trying to convince you of that.
Neris knows Roya so well already.
I'm actually thinking of maybe upping the, seeing what the bet for our final confrontation, what the betting odds for the final confrontation will be, and maybe adding to the bets I had made previously. But I cannot find where I put those bets in. I thought it was in general. I thought I had saved it. Or pinned it, more specifically. Ah, there it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's not letting me do the reply thing. Ah, there it is. I gotta click the thing. I see. They don't have it as a default for your own. Okay.
GP on us 5-1 odds, 35 silver pieces on other two teams, 3-1 and 4-1 odds.
Yeah, the 4-1 odds team got wiped and then infused into the 3-1 team. So they're still going, and
so is it
what
not just
happens?
the total amount on both of the teams, or do I lose?
No, you lost that bet because that team is out. Like the remaining members got absorbed in the other one. So that's 1 lost, but 2 still going.
Okay. Okay, so that team lost, but now they're trying to break even by joining up with the other team. I see.
Essentially, yeah, like the surviving members.
What are the odds for us, like our team, for this final fight, out of curiosity?
Currently, you're up on this one, and with the crowd's current excitement, you've actually been bumped to a 3-1 or a 5-1 on everyone surviving.
A 5-1 on everybody surviving, right?
5-1 on the condition that everyone survives this. 3-1 on the teams being essentially winning.
I'm gonna roll for Neris to see how, I guess, cocky he's feeling. Let's see. Hires more and lowers less. I'll just do it that way. I'm rolling D100s. It's an 88. He is, actually, but would he? No, I think I still want to do this. Just, yeah, I'll do it with. I'm gonna add to the general bet, not the everybody. Actually, no. I think he would add to the everybody survives bet. Sorry, I'm changing my mind, flip flopping. Part of it's I think I'm feeling like a decent amount of cocky. Maybe not cocky, but like wanting to make some money with these bets. I'm considering either putting in the rest of my gold or half of the rest of my gold, but I also don't know if that would be what Neris would do. So, gonna think about this for a minute. Somebody else wants to do something.
I'm just ready to move on to the next fight whenever we're ready.
All right.
Same here.
Okay, let me just. I'll put put another 30 on for the 3-to-1 or the 5-to-1 odds. So I'm just gonna edit it. I'm just gonna edit the original one and add in another section. 30 gold pieces, 5-to-1 if everybody survives. Okay. Ready for the next bout when you guys are?
Ready.
Any last minute shopping or anything you wanted to check on before the last bout?
Actually, I will.
This is your last chance, the last little shop before the save, and you go into the boss room.
I will purchase another. Well, there was a poison he mentioned before, that I think like paralyzed. Neris was interested. I want to check in on that again.
All right. You go over and you ask.
I want to. Yeah, I'll ask about the specific effects because it's applied to either a weapon or piercing ammunition.
Weapon or ammunition. Yeah, weapon ammunition of your choice. And if I'm not looking at the wrong one, it's a DC. I believe I made this a DC 15, and this just paralyzed you. Essentially, no, this essentially stuns creature for and I can make the saving throw again. This only lasts a minute. That's the one I believe it was. That was the expensive one.
Okay. Let's see. He's gonna offer 5 land shark teeth and 3 intact claws for this poison.
All right. Now he tells you about that one, but he lets you know that one's currently sold out. The last team that's literally about to start before you guys did your thing, they've already taken it. But he can essentially. Right. You can essentially place an order to get more when he gets the stuff to make more, and he can have one set aside for you.
Unfortunately, well, I do appreciate that. I think he's going to pass for now then. But he'll remember that in case. Instead, he'll...
Also, keep in mind, that means someone else now has that poison, so careful of a group of quote-unquote coins guard and group of clergymen from the opposite. They now have a very, very interesting poison on them.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a powerful poison. Instead, he's going to buy just another one of those. Do they have more of the slow potions? Or are they out of those as well?
This would be his last one, the last of his batch, because he had I believe he had 4. No, he had 3 and 3 for each batch. And you grabbed 2 of the first one. Last one's there.
I already used one of them. I'm gonna offer 5 of the land shark teeth for that last potion. You know, been buying quite a bit tonight.
Roll me a quick persuasion.
Persuasion? All right. 11. So I think that's probably a no, or just a little bit more.
Yeah, no, he's asking if you've got any gold to add to that. Wouldn't need much more, but just a bit more.
2 more gold. Would that do it for you?
5 gold and you have a deal.
Deal.
Shakes your hand, and you have now cleared him out of these slow potions.
All right. All right. One's probably enough, but just I think it's going to be helpful to have that as insurance. I am ready. You guys ready?
I'm ready. I didn't use any of the things I bought
I'm
last
ready.
time, so I'm good.
Then you guys can make your way in and
Ooh.
choose how you choose to enter this final battle. This rather impressive feat for a first-time team. You guys, you can go ahead and say a quick word to the crowd if you wish. Nice little bit of boasting if you'd like. You are in the finals.
God is good all the time. But then she would wait for the crowd to say, and all the time, God is good.
And that is exactly what happens with only 1/16 of the crowd that you can very much see is very organized, well-groomed, mannered, and very much looking like someone just took the seating from your local church that you attended and just placed them right on the side on one of these little seating charts. Like they're all just there.
Just all in the one section.
Oh, God.
Yes, there's no assigned seating, but that's just their section. And they were very much there. They cheer, and they do bow and nod of acknowledgement, and you can very much recognize their dress. They are of theocracy.
I think there's a look of, like, disbelief. Like, did she really just say that to a crowd?
No.
Before she just shakes her head and just walks in normally, because I don't know how she's going to follow that up.
Neris considers trying to do something that advertises business when he gets it up and running, but he has no location, no name, and he doesn't want to advertise like his own identity specifically. So he just kind of smiles and waves with the metallic arm, showing it off at this point.
Oh, Siler, before we begin, we never really got around to discussing the battle axe that I bought, the flame one. I don't know what stats need to be changed for that.
Right. Let me just quickly look up. I don't remember because I have 2 versions of this, and I will let you pick because I didn't mark down which one you bought. Were you grabbing the battle axe or the great axe, which is like the 2-handed one or the 1-handed one?
I think I got the battle axe.
Okay, battle axe, and I remember you got the dex version because
yes,
for yourself, and the innate ability. Oh, here it is. Okay, you can choose the way the effect triggers with this. You can choose between either adding a bit of extra fire when you swing it, or the ability to essentially catch the struck target to catch you. And you can essentially, before the attack is a free action, you can decide whether it's going to damage them more or it's going to have a chance to set them up.
Oh.
Nice.
This goes off your DC for saving throw on them. This would be a Constitution save.
Okay. And then how much, if I were to do like the fire, would that be extra? And then vice versa for the other one.
It's an extra d6 of fire. For the attack, if you get them to ignite, it's a d8, but it happens at the end of the turn, and they can choose to snuff it out as an action. Or they can let themselves burn if they've got other more important things to worry about.
Cool. Okay, got it notated.
Alrighty then. And as soon as y'all finished, are y'all finished? Don't want to step on nobody's grand intro.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
And your two companions behind you do just that. And then you hear a strange rumbling as the door slowly starts creaking up, and you hear a massive... the door, essentially, it's opening up, and it's huge. The doors that you originally saw opening, didn't realize they were only opening at a quarter of what they could do. This thing now not just goes up, but then begins to expand out. And almost over, like an egg being cracked open and out. And out walks a massive, scaled, bipedal... You're not even sure what you call this. And let me just drop this really quick.
Cool.
In monster...
Sounds epic and scary. Let's kill it.
Oh, hey, bud. Hey, boo-boo. Oh.
This is part of why I was looking into that poison. Not to say that it wouldn't necessarily... Very much could be immune to poison. There's so many. But, who knows?
And you see this thing emerging from the shadows. A good 15, you estimate, to maybe 20 feet. You're not sure. It could be hunchback. It could not be stretching out completely. It can only go as high as that door allows it.
Where do you, oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Just appeared for me.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what it does is, as it gets out of the door, it reaches and stands on its hind legs. You're not sure, because it looked for a second like it would have been on all fours, and then it just starts to slowly stand. And the hooves and claws that it was standing on now lifting up and seem to stretch almost and become claw-like hands, fingers extending. And it just looks at each of you with its menacing eyes, giving a sniff of the air. And then it reaches behind, and you'll see that it had a strap on its side, and it just pulls out a strange-looking boulder. No, it's not a boulder, it's smoother. Just as big, though. And it just lifts it forward and lets it drop. And you hear a cacophonous crack. Now you're starting to wonder if this thing was a rocker, because it is now starting to slowly crack back and forth. And you hear it rattle and rattle and rattle. And I need a quick perception check from everyone.
Egg?
Okay. Two.
17?
6.
Roya, you're just a bit odd at what's happening. Not entirely sure what's happening, but you've got your guard up. It's just, this is a very weird situation.
I'm still caught off guard by Virtue's God is good comment.
Yeah, we'll see if that holds true at the end of this fight. But
well, I rolled a 6.
You two are also just
4.
in a bit of struck awe and terror at this enormous You're not entirely sure what to call it, as it has 3 eyes that you'd think would appear on a kind of creature's head, a third one right in the middle. It seems to be glowing almost. And Sable, was yours?
Neris got a 17.
Neris, 17. All right, and you notice this first. The creature, after letting the egg drop and it started doing its rattling, its eyes begin to focus on each of your reactions. You're the only one who catches that that's what this creature is doing. And it sees that you notice, and it's an eerie kind of sight where you can see it almost smirk at you as it slowly begins to turn around and make its way back into the door, as it seems to pull some chains and levers behind this door and close it behind it as it enters. And everyone else seems to be focusing on the rattling stone boulder as it slowly begins to get louder, crack more, and then it shatters outward, not into pieces, but it seems to crumble apart, and you reveal what this. And you hear a long clicking hiss. And this unknown insectoid-like creature is now standing in front of all of you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need y'all to roll me initiative.
Ew.
So did the other creature go back into the doorway, like past the doorway and the door closed, or is it like still open?
Yes, it literally just walked in, gave y'all a quick once-over, ripped out whatever this thing was, dropped it in front of you, watched your reaction to it, and then walked back in and closed the door behind it.
Oh boy, okay. I guess that's the thing that's in charge of the stuff here. Unnatural 20. Which I can put that in the chat.
13.
Please.
Six.
I am glad because yeah, I got one of the potions of slow last time, and it affected about like half the enemies in the last fight, and ended up helping out quite a bit. It's a bit of a waste to use it on a singular enemy, but it might make the difference
Desperate
between
times.
like a really easy and a really, really hard fight. Also, I'm kind of, since I am retiring Neris after this, I don't really have to worry about like holding back with this.
It'd be a shame, but if he dies in this, you're not completely out of the carrots.
Yeah. I mean, if I die in this fight, then I don't have to worry about the bets that I lost.
Okay, I just put the order in proper order, I believe, unless I got someone's name wrong. If I got someone's number wrong, I'm sorry, let me correct that.
Oh, that thing's first. Man.
It is
no.
unfortunately.
Wait. Oh, virtue. Okay, sorry.
V for Vendetta.
V for virtue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was unfortunate, but yeah. Like I said, that large chittering scream, and the first one of you it unfortunately sees is you.
What was that? Sorry?
Oh gosh.
All right, Richie, good luck.
Okay. Even with advantage,
Thanks.
highest it rolled
Oh,
was
boy.
9. So that was
Yeah.
lucky. Because damn, if this thing gets a hold of you, it's bad.
Oh my goodness.
That is not good.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
no,
no,
this
that
thing.
roll is very good. I'm okay with the
I can
9.
believe it.
The roll is good.
You can tell by the amount of spikes and where it's got also because like you can also tell it's got the praying mantis kind of claws where it has claws and pincers, but also if it grabs you in any way, you're gonna feel it.
Out of curiosity, just to clarify, how large is this thing specifically?
This thing is large.
Size large, but like a
Size large. Think the size of a moose
moose. Okay.
while it's crouching.
Okay.
And it
Yeah, no,
does look like it has something on its back that seems to flutter every once in a while, like wings.
decently long. Okay, yeah, no, this is no good. But we can deal with this. So is it rushed forward then?
No, this was ranged, as you saw it essentially try and strike out it. Hurt you, but it missed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
And you are on Jeff.
I'm up? Or is it doing anything else?
No, you are up.
Okay, okay. I'm going to yeet the potion of slow, first of these, at this thing, and it's got to make a. Why am I blanking? Spell save 15. It's a con save, right? Or is it wisdom save? I think we talked about this last time.
Which one?
I'm double checking whether it's slow as a con save or a wisdom save. I'm throwing one of the potions of slow at it.
I believe this one is the cons.
Okay.
Let me double check because the actual spell is wisdom, I believe.
Yeah, I'm double checking the spell as well. Wisdom save, yes. But if it's a con save for this version, then it's a con save for this version.
Oh no, it's a wisdom save for this one, but this thing, the creature specifically, is using its con save.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's something you can notice that essentially it's fortifying itself when this thing looks like it should start taking effect.
Interesting. The spell save for this thing is 15, so...
Yeah. Oof. That's a 19, sorry.
That's why I got a redundancy potion. But I won't be able to throw that this round, so... There's not really anything I can do with my bonus action at this point, especially considering I don't have one of the Eldritch Cannons, so... That's my turn.
And Menelana is going to rage and charge at this. Jesus, spending a 2. You know, she misses, and you notice that when her attack strikes and it bounces off that hard spike-like carapace, some of those spikes seems to almost swipe back at her as she got close with that swipe, as she nimbly jumped and dodged out of the way.
Interesting.
Y'all have enough experience to know that as soon as she made that attack, and it seemed to not connect, almost instinctively, pieces of the its arm, it's like lashed out at it, and she had to quickly move out of the way.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see if that's a reaction or that's just like a passive thing. We'll find out.
You will. That is Menelana's turn, unfortunately. You're up.
Okay. First thing, I'm going to mark it with my hunter's mark.
There you go.
So any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities? No, I'm gonna use my hunter's sense too, so I could find that out. Yes, please.
Could you the list again? You need
so I can learn creatures' damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Okay. It has no immunities. As resistant, is resistant to bludgeoning, to cold and acid.
Okay.
But do you learn vulnerabilities as well?
Yes.
Sweet. This thing has a vulnerability to piercing.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, definitely gonna relay that to the team. Pull out my longbow and my poison arrows, and then call it a day, because that hunter sense uses my action. But I'm gonna try and move behind the party.
Alright, after that is Sig, and after hearing that, there is a noticeable smile as he pulls out his blade, does a quick flourish with it, and as it begins to glisten off the light, he charges in, and let's hope his attack is better than Dude, my digital dice hate me. That was a natural 1. Okay. And let's see if he makes his dex save. He does not, and you see, just like with Menelana, when he made his strike and it bounced off, one of its claws looked to swipe out, and the spikes and protrusions extended and gashed him. Nothing too severe, but definitely made contact, and he is now slightly bleeding. that will be Sig's turn. Virtue, you're up.
Okay, so which of the creatures is closest to me?
Just
There
the one, I
is
think.
only one right now, so far as you know, and the big one has not come back.
Oh, it's gonna multiply. I hope not, but we'll
Okay.
see.
Well, I'm gonna run a little closer to that boy, but definitely keeping my distance. And things are rolling. All right. 7 plus 6, that's a 13 to hit. Does it hit?
I'm sorry, it does not.
Oh my gosh. These dice hate me so much. I've tried like all my different sets. Okay.
Smash him.
See, I don't think I have any bonus actions. Let's check. I can Misty Step, but that's kind of pointless at this point.
No, that's super good. Like if you're ever in a situation where like you're grappled or about to be attacked or you're ambushed,
there's like
very
high
useful.
ground, or, yeah. If you're surrounded,
just
I guess there is
quick
2
mobility.
weapons.
Misty Step out of the arena.
I mean, if you were like the attacking type, or if you wanted to drop a bomb on somebody, like just run up to him, throw it, and then Misty Step away.
Okay. And 2 casting with the other. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can do, unfortunately.
Alright, that's your turn, and that's its creature. And now seeing that it has 3 people in front of it, that being Bena, Sig, and Virtue, as you did not choose to move away from this creature. Okay, it's taken 1 attack towards Sig and 1 attack towards Venom. Okay, 1 hits, 1 misses. And Venilana is grappled by that claw as it swiped her. It's a strange because it looks like it has 3 different joints. The extended claw, it's not just 2 in its arm, it has 3 elbows in it. So as it both swipes into claw, it almost loops it around and tries to grapple. And does. And Venilana is currently trying her best to not be crushed by this creature. Not so much its claw that it got swiped by, but the literal arm itself is trying to crush her.
That's not great.
No, it's not. But she is a barbarian raging, and that damage was half. So it looked like it wanted to crush her almost completely, but she held on, used the axe to her advantage to keep it from going completely there. You can see her just fighting it. She doesn't look worried, but she's looking like she's pretty just done with this kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's not been a great day for her, fighting wise.
Things could have gone better.
Yeah, no. This creature is up. Your turn. Yes.
All right. Could I potentially throw it, since this is a large creature, and I know it's a large radius, but it's also decently tall. Could I throw it and break it above so that it only gets it, or would it get the barbarian as well?
What are you throwing?
I'm wanting to throw the other potion of slow that I got.
Oh yeah, you can throw that, and you can because you know what the radius or edge would be, so you can throw it on the side or behind it, and it'll catch it on the edge or behind or on top, and it won't hit the other 3 in the room.
Yeah, side or behind. So I will do that. Hopefully.
All right, one more save throw.
Cross your fingers.
What was the DC? Because it got a 15.
The DC is 15.
Dang.
Can I roll? Because another thing that I was considering was throwing it like in its mouth to like make it more susceptible, but man, so close.
I mean, if that's what you could try that, and maybe like biting into glass will hurt it a little bit, but other than that, I don't think it'll do much.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, this thing like digests it, and it now has a slow gas breath. It's going to use against you guys.
No, it probably would have been on the side or behind.
Yeah, no, because I've had it work sometimes. Like, you can throw like a Molotov at a creature, and if it's a fire breather and it catches it, it can just crush it in its mouth and just blow flame at you. That's worse.
Yeah. Anybody got inspiration?
Anybody secretly a bard? Like, like silvery bards?
No, I used my inspiration already.
Can I take like a negative inspiration?
Can I own inspiration?
Yeah, I don't think so.
And who here is morally opposed to like hiring a hitman to like just stand in the rafters and snipe at this thing to help y'all in the fight?
I mean, can I get my other character in on this? Except, like, it wouldn't actually change anything about this specific.
No, sadly, this thing is not slowed. That is the one unfortunate thing about this is one. When it's versus many, there's a good chance to get a couple.
Checking like all my abilities in case there's something I'm forgetting. But I don't think I have any.
Anybody take luck by chance?
Nope. You?
Could we say this counts as using my enhanced arcane focus, in which case I get a +1 to spell attacks and saving throws? Probably not.
Now, unfortunately, this isn't something you made. If you had made it, then yeah, I'd have allowed it.
Drat. Well, there is one other thing that I can try, but I don't know if I want to try and do that. Yeah, nope, that's my turn then. Another round.
Cool.
Another round gone.
She's currently grappled, pissed, and getting closer to this thing, and she's not really cool with that. So she's going to... Oh, let's see if she'll attack to try to get out of this. Alright, that's a 2. She's going to try and muscle her way out of this. Son of a bitch, she was close, but that thing has got her in that vice grip and it is tight. As you see Venelana trying desperately to keep that or break that grip, but this thing is just doubling down, tightening and squeezing, and she is slowly getting more and more scrapes and cuts, and the blood is slowly starting to drip down. But like I said, she's a barbarian, she can take it. So that's unfortunately her turn. Roya, you're up.
I'm just gonna shoot it with my arrow, I guess.
Very well, nicely done.
I am going to try to sharpshooter this. Let's try it.
Go for it.
Do it.
A 16.
No, it misses. Well, no, it doesn't miss. It bounces off the arm.
16? Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's also weird because with this, you can now see wherever that thing bounced off of, one of the little arms and some of the little claws and roots kind of like just almost instinctually bounced back as a reflex to the area where someone might have been standing in if they chose to strike at that point.
Well, that's my turn. I tried. Guys, this thing is tough.
That is the slogan of the campaign. We tried.
Sure did.
You tried.
Got like bug armor.
Alright, now I know. Don't sharpshooter this thing, because that's a high AC.
I mean, like, when it hits, it would have been beautifully done.
Yeah.
Just get it hit.
Yeah. Oh, but that's the thing. If it hits. That's my turn, though.
Sig is now up, and now seeing that shit is getting difficult for his partner, he is going to scowl and just turn this up because this is the final round and it's go big or go home time. And as he does a quick flourish, and he begins to mutter something. I'm not entirely sure which one of you here. Anyone here speak Sylvan?
Nope.
Elvish.
I do not think
Elvish.
so. Nope, Elvish.
Everybody loves Elvish. I also got a Hail Mary.
And you see the blade glow and pulse, and he takes his 2 attacks, and as soon as they strike, the pulsing glow vanishes from the sword and appears around. Alright. I forgot her name, but it's right in front of me. It's Vanillana. Okay? It appears in Vanillana. It also hits Neris and Rana and Virtue, and you are all currently blessed.
Woo!
All right. That will come in handy.
Did you say me too, or no? Am I too far away?
No, you as well have been blessed.
Nice.
And actually, you specifically can actually roll me a quick, your choice of history or nature.
Both in saves. My character is not the smartest. We'll go nature, because why not? Oh, straight 15 on the die. No modifier, so 15.
15. That is enough. With this, you start to notice that every time he seems to set a prayer right before he does his own attacks, you will notice that there is a slowly growing and budding rose growing around the hilt of his blade. And there seems to be slow patches of small bits of greenery, grass, moss just slowly enveloping the ring.
Oh.
As well as the fact that he seems to be doing way more than he should be in the allotted time he's got. As well as you know how some people can do a ridiculous amount of what they've got. Something seems a little off. Seems to almost as if he seems to be split in what he's doing, but he seems to be doing it. You're not sure. It's odd, but that's what catches your attention.
Interesting. Okay. Huh.
And he does cleave 2 nice little wounds across this creature's torso as he does stab this creature right between the armor, and it is an audible hiss similar to the one where he first busted out of the egg. Very loud and clicking, and his head does a full 180-degree turn and looks at Sig. It now has his attention. That is his turn. Virtue, you're up.
Okay.
Any attack rolls or saving throws, you can add another D4
We're gonna
to
try
the roll.
another Eldritch Blast. I got unlimited ones of this. Heck yeah, boy. That's great because that's only a 9. Let's add a D4 to that. Oh, please don't fail my baby. Okay, 10, then plus my other DC bonus. 13. That's not gonna hit. Gosh dang it.
No, I'm sorry.
Never mind. Skip over me again. This is really sucking.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
Good
no,
rolls
I'm
will
sorry.
come. Good rolls will come.
The good stuff waits for the most epic of these.
That's very true.
Also, we'll find you some like bonus action items or some spells or stuff. It gets better. Like the warlock is you gotta build it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if there's not anything else.
Yep, that's all for me.
Oh, right then.
Oh, my children, and conquer.
And let's see how pissed off this mystery bug is at Sig, who just stabbed it pretty nasty. Oh, it's that mad. And you see, instead of continuing the vice-like constricting grip on Venna, he essentially hurls her over its body and uses her almost as a makeshift club and just bashes Sig with his own ally into the ground. Once. And let me roll. Twice. But she is now free and prone on the ground. They're both still alive, but both of them have been damaged, as one was used as a weapon and one was bludgeoned across the face with the barbarian. But that was its turn. There it is, you're up.
Well, I'm out of potions of slow, but I do have an idea. Could I have retroactively have
anything
done
with piercing damage will fuck it up. Just reiterating that.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Maybe I should do that then. Could I have, just to establish something, could I have retroactively done something in prep for the fight?
I mean, assuming this would have been normal.
Yeah, no, it's not like
yeah.
Move my supplies from my bag of holding to my backpack, normal backpack, because I think you already had some of the stuff in there. Or you just want to have this as a contingency?
I mean, assuming that you knew this was going to be a big fight and you were warned ahead of time multiple times by many people, you would probably think to have a contingency or something.
Okay. How is it looking out of curiosity at the moment? Because I don't know if I need to do this.
It's only been hit once successfully by Sig, and it just earned a double slap back with his own partner as the weapon.
Okay.
It just looks irritated, but it looks unblemished.
But piercing is good against it, so I'll keep that in the back pocket.
That is what your teammate Roya informed you with some unknown innate ability she seems.
Okay, interesting. Then I'm just gonna go keep that in the back pocket and go with the normal plan of hit it till it dies. So he's gonna shoot this thing with his gun, which does piercing damage. Whew! Does a 23 hit? Nice.
23 just hits.
Are you messing with me?
No, there's a way to do this, and a couple things that'll happen when this thing
Interesting.
essentially evolves.
Oh boy.
There's a. You guys actually said it already. Like, you guessed what this thing was, and it'll do something that'll bring that both way down, but it'll also do other things. Just
interesting.
Just slight foreshadowing. You're good though. You're good. You hit, and it is gonna hurt.
Let's see the damage. 12 piercing damage. Undoubled.
24 piercing damage to this thing. It screeches, as you can see, visible cracks like a windshield in its carapace.
Okay.
And you now have its undivided.
Oh fuck.
When you hit its vulnerability, it knows who hits it.
I think I'm already towards the back, but I can't ready a dodge or a move with a bonus action, but he would be. He's realized he's gotten its attention. Luckily,
yes, but you also realized that hurt it. That really hurt
it. So yeah, he's just kind of turned to Roy and it's like, okay, well that worked. Let's do that more. Do more of that. Actually, could I? Because I think I do. Let me double check and see if I have. I do have it in my inventory.
Just to double check, Roya, are you giving him the look of I knew before you?
Absolutely.
Can I toss with my bonus action? Can I pull out and toss a crossbow and like the bolts that I have to Virtue, so that she can also capitalize on this?
Action if you're going to throw it. If you're just going to hand it to her, because she'd be like right next to you, that would be a bonus. So
is she also in the back line with me? Because I think.
I don't think she's moved. She's still in like the radius of the creature.
Okay.
So you can like move next to her and bonus action give it to her. I'll allow that. But if you want to throw it, that'd be an option.
Okay. How far would I have to move to give it to her? Would it be my full movement?
How far back have you gone?
I haven't like specifically gone back a ton. I just haven't moved forward a ton either.
Oh, assuming that you're still in that same basic area, you're within your 30 feet, you would get to it.
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys space each other out like a good 5-10 feet away from each other to not bunch up, but you're still like that same 20-foot radius of each other.
If I move to her, would I be putting myself next to the creature?
You can get behind her to hand it to her, but the creature will still be in front of her and not you.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll just go ahead and do that. Because it's within 30 feet, so it's going to be able to get to me anyway.
You are the recipient of a hot delivery. You now have a crossbow and how many bolts?
It's a light crossbow, and I've got 20 bolts in my inventory currently.
And you're the proud owner of a new weapon.
D8 plus Dex.
Wait, was this a light crossbow or a hand crossbow?
It is a light crossbow.
Oh, then yeah, light crossbow, you got... Yeah, D8.
Come in handy.
You really do.
For all I know, she has one of her own already, so...
I mean, she might, and if she wishes to train in how to dual wield these, that's definitely something you could look into.
Actually, before we commit to that, do you have a light crossbow already? Just to double check. hurt you?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have a light crossbow
let me
before I
check.
commit to passing mine to you? Because I think it does come with a lot of. Oh, okay. So she already has.
And you would know that. You guys have traveled long enough to know you guys were packing.
I'm sure we may have chatted about that.
You probably asked more than once to see it and make sure it's working properly.
To tune it up, maybe. Yeah, something like that.
Like make sure she's doing maintenance. Like it's not just I can buy it and keep it forever. I gotta make sure the string and everything works.
Yeah, you gotta do regular maintenance. It's kind of like a firearm where you gotta do maintenance even if you're not using it every once in a while.
No, yeah, all the same. Yeah, she's got one though, so maybe tell her to switch to that instead of the magic.
Yeah, instead of doing the whole move in bonus action, he'll stay where he is and he'll relay that to her. That it does not like piercing damage. It does not do well against piercing damage, specifically.
And it also seems to be a good way to grab its attention.
All right. Be interested to see what happens if multiple people do piercing damage in the same turn. Probably just the closest. Or
game the hot potato, maybe?
Hot potato, we'll see. We'll find out. But that is my turn.
All right, and now Vena's going to get up from prone and still raging and pissed off about being used as a weapon. Well, a little pissed off and a little impressed. But no, she's going to take her axe and just hack at this. This thing has now pissed her off. Okay, 2 attacks, both reckless. 1 misses because just a 6 and 8 you die. That's terrible. One was the next one got a natural 20 on those. So
okay,
she strikes true, and she takes a hefty chunk. It's just carved into this thing. And while it does acknowledge that, and she does fail to get out of the way in time for that little knee-jerk reaction of being slashed back, this creature's focus is still on you now.
Okay, that makes sense for now. We'll might just be the first person to do it.
That or the latest, or maybe it's just going to keep a list tick off who's the most dangerous.
Yeah.
Or maybe because she did slashing instead of piercing.
I mean, yeah, probably the slash.
Possibly also, yeah. 16 damage still was pretty good for the good little battle axe of rage. But yeah, no, if she does get attacked, it'd be advantage on her, reckless and whatnot. But yeah, no.
Gonna hit.
Roya, you are up.
Hitter's gonna hit. No.
Alright, trying to hit it with my poison arrow again. This time definitely not sharpshooting. Sharpshooting?
This thing has some
That's a
really
27.
high.
I should have sharpshooted, God.
Yeah, no, that hits. It hits true.
I mean, would a 22 hit?
But I'm also blessed.
That's also true. Oh, I forgot to add bless, but I still hit.
Yeah.
6 piercing, and I'm trying to determine the damage of the other one for my 12 piercing. 12 piercing total.
Alright, 12 piercing total, double that to 24. And you said you were doing with the poison damage damage?
I sure am.
Alright, you go ahead and, if I remember correctly, it's the
Con
status.
save to see if they take poison damage.
Yep.
They are poisoned on hit, and then a con save to see if they take poison damage. DC 16.
That was a 14 on the die. And with its plus, yeah, unfortunately it makes it.
Woo. But it is poison.
But, yeah, it is. That is a instant. So, and you can keep smacking it with that until the poison sticks.
I sure can.
This is also true.
Alright, and now this thing does something almost a little odd. The head that has been currently looking at you, Sid, half of it literally splits off of itself, with one eye and half a mouth still looking at you, and the other one now turns to look at Roya.
Oh. Like its head splits in half?
The little, what you assume to be its head that seems to have two eyes now seems to split apart seamlessly, not like it's something ripped, not like it's ripping itself apart, but seems to seamlessly seem to come apart, and one is now looking at you, and one is now looking at Roy.
Okay.
Roya gives a cute little wave, though she is terrified.
Yeah, no, that's pretty freaky.
You guys have not seen what this thing's actual mouth is. You've just seen claws and hooks and what you thought was a head.
This is also true. We are making assumptions. Things got some strange anatomy, it seems like. Have any of us looked at the other side of this thing? Because the head might be on that end and just has,
So far, no one has. This thing has just come up forward, and no one has really taken the time to examine it, other than what it's, the freaky things it's done.
All right. Well, keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's my turn, though.
And a well-made turn it was. Okay, now Sig is also getting up from his little downed bout, and he is looking very, very peeved as this very nice suit he was wearing is now very much dusty, and his friend was used as a blunt weapon against him. Also not happy about that. Time to go to Stat Town. Oh, that was a natural 1 and a 7. Come the fuck on. And it missed one of those, so it takes another 4 slashing damage. So he's starting to bleed just a little bit more. That's a good little kickback. Yeah, that's his turn. Virtue, you're up.
Alright. Let's give this another shot. Okay. Alright. 12 plus 3. There's a 15 hit.
It does not currently.
I think we figured out that the AC was 23-ish around there.
Oh, 23 hit.
Oh my gosh.
It is 23?
Yeah, 'cause I think you said last time that it barely hit.
Yeah. Barely hit, yeah. Okay, I thought it was like a point or two above, but yeah, okay. So yeah.
All right.
Welcome to the finals, boys.
This is like...
Mm-hmm. No, it makes sense.
Yep.
High.
Yeah.
Isn't it Tarask 23? I mean, I gotta double check that now.
I think it might be 20. Isn't it like 30 or something?
You keep on going. I'll look this up.
All right. Well, I don't think there's anything I can add to on this turn. So, go ahead.
Right then. And now this creature, Mandible.
25.
Yeah, no, 2 more above this thing. This creature starts skittering back and forth and back and forth for about 2 seconds. You're not sure what it's doing. It skitters and then does a lunging leap. And Sid, I need you to make a dex save.
Nurse? You mean, I assume?
No, Sid, this is like a dimensional hopping thing.
Alright, let me pull up the sheet.
You know, I think Neris has a better AC anyways. This might be beneficial.
Neris has a better AC? No, Sid has a better AC. Neris isn't using a shield right now. Because he wants to have both hands free, but yeah. So the dex save... Say 16?
Yeah, that is just enough. You
really?
Roll out of the way as this thing stomps down, making a small cracks on the earth where it tried to pounce on you with its claws and now takes 2 swipes at you.
AC 17.
Okay, that was a 5 and a 15 on the die. Only one of those is going to hit.
A 5 and a 15?
Yeah, on the die.
Oh, on the die. Okay, yeah. Without the bonus. Yeah, assuming it has more than 1 bonus to hit.
It does, and I need you to make me a quick dex.
Another dex?
Oh, no, sorry. That was the wrong thing. I need you to do me a quick athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Just beat a DC 14 for me.
I'm definitely going to do acrobatics. Okay, that's a 15.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
closer than I would have wanted.
By this thing, its claw attacks do max damage when they hit.
The claw attacks do max damage automatically?
It has multiple claws. There's essentially a giant crab claw that essentially, if it hits and grapples you, the other ones, as long as they hit, do max damage.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 attacks per turn. One is the big claw to keep you still. The other one is to fuck you.
Yeah, that's okay, yeah. Glad I made those saves. How much damage does he take?
No, first one was the big claw. That one's to grapple you. That kept you still.
Okay.
And you succeeded by getting out of that. And the second one missed.
I have learned that getting grappled and tossed around is not good.
Yeah, and this thing, for as heavy as an impact it made, it was able to travel pretty dang fast, like a mini glide situation.
Yeah, no, it's got those wings on the back. We might want to do something about that if that becomes more of a problem.
Super heavy carapace.
Yeah. Interesting. rip this carapace off and hammer out of it.
Like I said, you know it's vulnerable to piercing. Just
gets its attention.
Hit it. Please hit it. Just kill the thing.
I think we're getting decently close. So is it my turn now? Is it done?
It is done. It is now your turn.
Okay.
You are forcefully made to roll 5 feet to the side, because you are now ready and range.
Okay. Then to make another shot attack, I have to move back in order to avoid disadvantage. Is that right?
Are you moving how many feet back are you?
Well, if I move 5 feet, would I still be within its range, but be able to make it so it wouldn't provoke an attack of opportunity? But would I then be able to make a shot, but not leave its
In order for the attack not to be a disadvantage, you have to not be in its range of attack. But
it's not just 5 feet. It's
just don't be in its where I can smack it out of your hand. Whether that's 5 feet or more is for you to discover, but you have seen it stretch its arm out pretty decently.
Okay.
And also getting as far away from you can as this thing isn't a bad idea either.
Okay. Well, if that's how you're ruling it, then I have to, go far enough to trigger it an attack of opportunity anyway. So I'm going to start by going 15 feet back.
That's if you want to do an attack this turn. If you don't want to risk anything, disengaging and just relocating is also an option.
I feel like I should make an attack because that mitigates attacking mitigates future damage. So I'm gonna go 15 feet and see if that triggers an attack of opportunity.
And it does. It does. At 10 feet, this thing's claws do a quick reach out at you.
Tense it up.
So it was almost a 1, and then it was a 19.
Is it the one that grapples, or is it the one that deals damage?
This is the one that deals damage.
Okay. Luckily, actually. So I can avoid damage. I mean, I can't avoid damage, but I can deal with the damage. The 19 hits, for sure.
So that's 11 damage.
Alright. Still have the temp HP then. Well, I have one more temp HP.
Alright, then you are free to fire.
Okay, nice. Gonna fire, and hopefully it'll be worth it. That... I can do the math. That is a 21 to hit. That doesn't hit, though, does it?
Wait. That does not.
I still have Bless, though.
You do. Come on, roll me. Just 2 or higher, man. 2 or higher.
That was a 2.
And it hit. Roll that damage.
All right. That is max damage. So that is 14 piercing damage.
14 piercing damage, doubled to 28. These are now becoming to be visible, piercing, and noticeable cracking into this thing's large carapace. And the split head that was looking once at you and Roya has now
merged back into one.
Yeah, and it's now looking at you specifically.
Get on.
Yes.
Not that I think it'll help, considering it just leapt across the entire arena, but I'll continue running away, running to the.
Always helps. Always helps.
Extra 15. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna do much because it can it could certainly get to me regardless. But yeah. As a side note, just as strategy, I think we should split up as much as possible, so that way when it lunges at somebody, it doesn't get multiple people, or it doesn't make it easier to just lunge at multiple people. So I'm gonna move to an area that is away from the others. That's my turn.
Alright, it is now Vanillana. And she is still pissed and ready to wreck. 2 more attacks. Reckless, because that's what helped her last time. And both of them hit.
Okay.
Alright, that's another 13 damage and another 8 damage. 2 more strike spell. But she does get 2 more gashes on her side of her leg from the kick. That is her turn, and this thing is starting to show some tear, show some wear. Specifically that hard-looking outer shell. Roya, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot it again.
Go for it, and don't forget that bless.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. I rolled a 19 before bless.
Come on, we can do it. Believe, power of believing.
Nope,
Believe
that's
in
a
yourself.
20. Natural 20.
And that misses.
That sure does.
Even with the bonus?
Yep.
That's a shame.
Yep.
Anything else?
Little razor sharp
Nope, that
baby
was it.
nails.
I thought I heard in the background, or was that just my imagination?
No,
Yeah,
that was Matthew in the background. He's talking. You get it.
Yeah, no, I heard him as well. Is he playing? What's he playing? What's he doing?
Oh, he said he's playing Sonic right now.
Frontiers, like that.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
Oh, he was playing Arceus. He switched to Sonic.
Okay. Now, if things go downhill, tell him to just pick a random an NPC or character and jump in to save you guys.
Maybe.
I think we should be fine.
You guys know how boss battles have like second and third stages?
Yeah. If we do get to that, maybe my other character can hop in. Be an interesting way.
Let's
see
how this goes. Yeah, no, that's Roya. That's your turn.
That's my turn.
All right, Sig will continue with his battle. And that is 2 more hits. And it's only about 4 damage for the first, and fortunately 5 for the next. So, decent hits, just not as hard as it could have been. That is his turn. Virtue, you are on deck.
Okay, gonna give this a last try before I gotta head to bed. All right, let's see. Okay. Dice, where are you at? Okay. Okay, so that's a 18 plus 3 to 21. That's not enough to hit still.
Did you add your bless? That's an extra d4.
Oh, that's right.
Can make all the difference.
2 or more. Ah, that's a 3. Okay. So 24 total.
That hits. Please roll your damage.
All right. Eldritch Blast. Where's my 10? 10. There you are.
Did you switch to the crossbow that everybody, Neris told you to switch to because it would essentially hurt it more?
Or are you using a cantrip?
No, I was using a cantrip, Eldritch Blast.
Still good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So that's a total of 10 damage.
That is enough, and with this bright and crackling power, there is a crack as you see this thing's carapace, and the bolts, shots, and other wounds that it's taken seem to slowly crack and connect. And this thing finally seems to stagger as it seems to almost retreat into itself, putting its arms and heavier claws in front of it. And it just seems to try to dig itself into the ground, almost taking a defensive posture. And it lies still. Archie, anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think so. Is it dead now or not?
You no longer see it moving. Whose perception here is 14 or higher? Anyone?
Passive or?
Me.
Passive. You can see the ground where this thing is standing on seems to start to shift. This thing isn't dead. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing. It's doing something.
Got second phase.
And y'all have just triggered the second phase.
That's
now,
scary.
You'd like to stop it here?
We should probably stop here.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it'd be its turn next, and I can just do this really quick to see who can attack next.
I mean, we could just use the same initiative and pick up at the beginning next time, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no, same initiative, but you guys are going to see that out of this little mountain of the hard carapace shell that's badly damaged, you hear a crack from underneath as Benalana is assaulted from behind, as the ground for a second seems to burst open until you see that this same creature you were fighting, no longer covered in the carapace, seems to almost melt out of the ground and grapple her. And slam her into the ground and drag her underneath. And
she did?
That is where we'll end.
Alright.
Oh my goodness. This thing is crazy.
Yeah, but you notice it's no longer got that fat ass piece of armor on it.
Woo!
So AC should be lower, hopefully.
Woo!
It is, and if you guys survive and you guys take that carapace to somebody, hint, hint, maybe they can make something out of it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh. Armor,
Yeah.
perhaps?
Armor, shields.
Armor, weapon, I mean,
Tough
this
nut
thing
to
had
crack.
claws. It was sturdy stuff. It's been damaged, but it's sturdy material all the same.
I mean, there's plenty of plates, I'm sure, that we haven't hit as well that would be nice and intact.
There's people you know that know what to do with it. There's people who don't know, who you would probably guess would pay you a nice sum to study this material.
Oh, Neris is thinking of trying to use it himself, but that would be probably after the fact. We'll see.
And it all depends on who survives. But
Yeah, we
right
could have
now, you are
built
down a party member.
Are they dead, or are they just underground? Is the
Well,
question.
You don't know.
you want to go check?
We'll find out. I mean, we're gonna have to fight it regardless, so either it's gonna come out, or we're gonna have to go
something's
in.
going to happen.
Something's gonna happen.
Next time
Find
on
out next
Dragon
time.
Ball
Woo.
Z.
Woo. All right, good session,
Next
guys.
time.
Well,
No, yeah, good session, strong
thank you for
session.
hosting, Siler. This has been
No
fun.
problem. Yeah, just a fun fact. The thing that you guys saw bring this in was an elder chimera.
Ah, interesting.
Ooh.
There's a similar system for, you know how dragons have like adult, ancient, young dragon stuff? Original chimeras, elders, and ancient. Specified.
Interesting. So, decent chance we'll see more of those sorts of creatures, I'm betting.
Yes, and their intelligence and personality also vary depending on what head or amalgamation is dominant.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I remember seeing
Oh.
like that as like I think in I have not played too much more of Greedfalls, but I remember seeing that in like one of the trailers, I think.
Oh yeah, no, there's a smaller version of what essentially showed up to fight you guys. That's essentially the first boss of the actual game.
I see.
Fun part is, even after you beat it, you realize, oh, this thing was like more than half dead already, and it was a pretty decent fight.
Pretty tough as well, yeah. As a side note, if things, and this might be something to discuss more, I don't know, if things do go poorly, I guess this is supposed to be just like what do you guys think? I do have a character that I'm going to bring in post Neris, so should I bring that character in and introduce?
Bring him in.
I'm thinking if things go south, but
Whatever you want to do.
Totally up to you.
I'm gonna be honest, he's almost certainly definitely in the stands watching this go down.
Ew.
And hell, I'm just gonna say
Popcorn eater.
he's one of the people that heckled Neris.
Ooh, fun.
Probably.
Well, this has been fun,
one-
guys. You take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
will
you
see
too.
you next week.
Yeah.
Sure, guys.
Here's hoping
Sleep
all
well,
things go well.
everybody.
Yeah.
Have an awesome day tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.
Good night.